Hi, my name is Rebecca, and welcome to my presentation. Today I will be talking about Baltimore's ransomware attack. So, what is ransomware? Ransomware is an emerging form of malware that locks the user out of their files or their devices and then demands an anonymous online payment to restore access. So, what happened in May this year, 2019? Baltimore, the city of Baltimore was attacked by a malicious ransomware called Robin Hood. And the attackers demanded a payment of approximately 76,000 in Bitcoin payments, which is about 13 Bitcoins. And what they did, they attacked the city of Baltimore's like utility systems, and there were also a lot of like real estate um, transactions that they were attacked. I think the real estate transactions were about 1,500 transactions that were affected. Now, I personally live in Baltimore, and I first hand saw the effect that this had. For example, like electricity and water bills were not sent out for months at a time, and when they finally did send them out, almost 6 months later, the billing system was inaccurate, and so they had to send out another response to the locals of Baltimore, letting them know, don't go ahead and pay that bill. We'll send out the right information. So the way Robinhood ransomware works, it's nearly identical to most other encryption ransomware trojans. The Robinhood ransomware will encrypt the victim's files and then demand a ransom payment. Now, some of the solutions to the problems that Baltimore had, I think one of the most important things to know is prevention is better than cure. So if you can prevent it on the onset, just go ahead and prevent. One of the ways you can do that is to train the system users on what they should be looking out for. And this could mean that don't, open random emails that you see, don't click on random links that you see. Um, always be on the lookout, and then also having some kind of security software installed where it can scan the system to see if there are any threats available. And then the third and most important, I think, solution is to always have a backup server file where the data is backed up. This will ensure that the data is available if the system is hacked or if there's an attack like there was on the city of Baltimore. Now, of course, you can never 100% prevent a ransomware attack. However, there are certain steps that a company or government, person can perform to make sure that, once a ransom attack has happened, to continue business as usual. And that is the first thing you want to do is disconnect the infected system from the internet or the system, and this will hopefully prevent any additional spread of the attack on the rest of the network. The second thing you want to do is scan the system to see, are there any additional threats, do we have any loopholes, and then restore the data to back to what you had. And this is very important, and this is one of the things that the city of Baltimore did not have. They did not have proper procedures on how to back up their data. So when it came back to restoring the data, they lost a lot of data in the process. And this is where they really failed. Um, and also because they do not have any robust systems in place, they were unable to, detect their attack. And this Robin Hood attack had actually happened to a city in North Carolina. I believe it's Greenville, and they had previously been attacked, like I think within a month before the city of Baltimore was attacked. So, what I have learned from all of this is I've determined that an attack can happen to any system, to you, me, anyone. However, local governments, especially, are attractive targets for attackers because most local governments they lack the funding to implement robust security measures. And then when an attack happens as an organization, expect to spend lots of money in the recovery process. Baltimore spent $18 million in the recovery process. This is a significant amount. I mean, the amount they spent in the recovery process, they could have spent that amount in implementing a security system that could probably have prevented the attack. But again, they do not have the funds in place. And so when an attack happens, they scramble and, of course, they have to fix it. Also, I've learned to never pay the hackers because, you could pay them and still they would, not, release the information or the data. And then also the importance of backing up the data. The city of Baltimore did not back up their data, so they lost lots of information. So it is important to invest in a good backing up server or system. And if you forget to, to do it manually, set it up where the system can automatically back up the data. So those are the three most important takeaways I had during this study. Thank you for coming to my presentation.